you said you're looking for an original Game Boy? Yes, that is correct. So we did get one in last week, so I can show it to you, answer any questions you have. Are you looking for any games? Just the Game Boy. So do you know anything about it? Did you own one before? Okay. So then yeah, I can show you the Game Boy. Hopefully it's in the condition that you're looking for. And is there anything else you're looking for today? Yeah, I think we might have one of those, but I can double check. Just so you know, everything in the store is 10% off today. So that is everything: games, consoles, accessories. So feel free to browse around. Let me know if you have any questions. And you've been here before, right? Okay, yeah. So I can check and see if you have any trade-in value. I think I do remember you from last month. What is your first and last name? And what is your email? Okay, so I see you right here. And it looks like you do have $45 that you could use today. So that's good news. So let me grab the Game Boy and any accessories I can find, and I will be right back. Alright, so I brought the display stand here just so you can see what it looks like displayed. Now it is a little bit dusty, so I will clean it for you in a moment. Just so you know, these stands are actually complimentary, so if you were to purchase the Game Boy, I would be able to give you this with it. So first, let me just show you a comparison. So I know you said you did have one of these, but it's been a while. So here's the comparison between a Game Boy Color and the original Game Boy. So you can see it's definitely wider, and then obviously you can see it's taller as well. So there's the comparison. Okay, and now comparing it to a larger console, let me show you. So as you can see, the Game Gear is definitely bigger, and you'll be able to hold both of them, but this one is much heavier. Now this is a little bit heavier than a Game Boy Color, but that's obviously to be expected. So again, I just wanted to kind of show you the size comparison. Alright, so first of all, the screen is in really good shape. No dead pixels, and the buttons are responsive. It has been fully tested. It is pretty clean, but I will clean it a little bit more for you today. And I did take off the back cover so you can see the battery area, but it is in great condition. Okay. So would you like me to remind you what each of the buttons are for? Okay. Starting at the top here, we have the power on and off switch. Then you have the display right here. The D-pad or directional pad. You can see the logo here, Nintendo Game Boy. The A and B button. select and start. Then you have speakers right here. Now going over to this side. So you have the volume control, and then the extension connector. Flipping it to the other side, you have an external power supply jack and the contrast dial. In the back, obviously you have the cartridge slot, which has recently been cleaned, and then the battery area. Did I forget anything? Oh, yes, the headphone jack. So you can see for the first Game Boy, it definitely had a lot of features, and it was innovative. Now the one thing I did want to show you, well, there's two things. The first is just showing you how a game goes in. So again, you would insert it with the label facing outward. Just slide it right in, and then gently push down. And you'll just feel it kind of snap right in. Okay? So it should be in just like that. And then to take out, you don't push or anything like that. You can just pull up right here. Okay? And then take it right out. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to show you is this detachable light we have. So it's called a light boy. It does take 2 batteries. And then here's the on and off switch. So it's just kind of like a nostalgic accessory if you're interested in having it. Let me show you what you would do. Slide it right in here. And then you have light. So I don't have batteries in it now, but the light would shine down. And then this is also a magnifying lens, so you'd be able to kind of see the picture a little bit better. Now I will say, in my opinion, this does kind of make it heavier, bulkier, so it kind of depends if you really want this feature or not, but just wanted to show you. And the Light Boy would come with the Game Boy complimentary, so again, just wanted to show you. Alright, so any questions about the Game Boy in general? Okay, so then I'm just going to clean it up. And then you said you kind of wanted to browse for some games. Yeah, that's fine. So we do actually have a bin of Game Boy games behind the counter. And I can give that to you so you can look through. And this is just a little bit dusty since it was in our display case. So I'm going to dust it and then clean a little bit more thoroughly in a few areas. Now, in regards to Game Boy games, because I know you said you're looking to kind of build a little collection, I would say per month we probably get a good amount traded in. It just depends. But what I can do is put you on a list So if there's specific games you're looking for, I would reach out and contact you when we get them in. So that's no problem at all. Okay, so just a reminder, the battery area. If there was corrosion, I'd be using some alcohol on this, and I would gently just scrape it off. I'm not seeing any, so I am just going to gently dust instead. You want to make sure you never leave batteries in your Game Boy, especially if you're not playing it for a really long time, because it can cause some long-term damage. But yeah, this one has been really taken care of, so it's definitely a good find for sure. Just getting the little areas here that have a little bit of dust built up. Now, are you also looking for a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Micro, Pocket, Advance, any of the other ones? Not today? Okay. Yeah, well, I definitely know we're going to be getting a big trade-in soon from a collector in the area, so I can let you know when that happens. I'm just going to put this back. It just snaps right in. Okay, so again, I'm just getting the hard to reach areas. And you can do this at home as well. So I don't know if you regularly take care of your console collection, but it is pretty easy to just pick them up, dust them, and then gently clean them every once in a while. I usually recommend at least once a month. Really depends on how dusty your place gets. And these are just really helpful because you can just, again, get around these little areas. You can just see the dust that is coming right off. Alright. Now I'm just going to, dust a few of these grooves here, because I do see a little bit in between. And you can actually get different sizes. Cotton swabs actually come in even a smaller size than this. I'm actually out right now, but I do need to get more. Okay, so just keep cleaning. Now I'm just going to do the sides here. Not every one, but just a few that look pretty dusty. And now I also forgot to mention, we do have repair services here in the shop. So I know you mentioned your original Game Boy broke, and I definitely understand if you want a new one, but we can also take a look at your old one, try to figure out what's going on. And the services are not too expensive either. So just let me know if you'd ever be interested. Okay, just getting these last few areas. And are you interested in the Zelda game I showed you? Link's Awakening? You already have it, okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay. So, the final product. I know it's hard to see, but definitely got most of the dust off. And it looks beautiful. So, what do you think? Would you like to purchase it? Yep. So again, yeah, the light boy will come with it. So it is a nice little package deal. So let me check you out. Okay, so you still have your store credits. And there's nothing else you want today, no games. Okay. Okay, so then your total today, after using the store credit, will be $40. Yep, I can use the card on file, sure. And this will give you some reward points, so you'll be able to use them the next time you come in. And then, do you want me to add you to that notification list? Yeah, so I would call you when we get a trade-in. Okay. And any specific Game Boy games you're interested in? Okay, perfect. Alright, so you're all set. One Game Boy and one Light Boy. Well, thanks so much for coming in, and I'll be in touch about that trade-in. I will see you again soon.